Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, let y'all rocking with me. I have a very controversial topic for y'all today. This video is going to be about racism or pride. And I feel it's a perfect topic to touch down on with all the YouTube drama that's been circulating. I let it be known, Big Sid had DM me on Instagram, and I knew he was a comedian from the start. I never cared about the skits or whatever. I know he's got like 3-4 different channels or whatever. The only reason I addressed him was because of comments that he wrote on King Breezie's YouTube channel. And I spoke to him and pretty much let him know those aren't YouTubers. Those are people that are still very much, associated with that lifestyle. And I would appreciate if you remove those comments. I'm fair game. You can say whatever you want about me because I understand your intention. I won't be able to sit down and explain to one of them, you're a comedian. They're not going to take it like that. And he actually went and, he deleted all the comments and he was like, yo, I respect that 100%. You're one of the best channels out there. You're really going to make it fire. Whatever. I did an interview with an MMA fighter who was black, and Big Sid told me that I'm a N-word lover. And that's when he blocked me on Instagram and, continues to do his skits and play everything off as if it's comedy. While at the same time supporting Troy, who was the one that said my daughter was nappy-headed, right? And then, of course, he deletes his comments. Now he deleted his channel. And they're both trying to say that I sent people to their house and all this other shit because they want to affect my channel and what I have going on. But the racism, it comes out, especially when people are in the comfort of their own homes, which is much like how prison operates, especially when it comes to using the N-word. Now, the very first thing I want to break down is the N-word. Why? Because everyone says, oh, the white boys in Florida, they say the N-word, they say this, they say that, right? Did I say the N-word in Florida State Prison? I did. Did I say it in front of everybody? I did not. Why is that? Because I understood that there were people from different generations inside of this prison that dealt with things that I can never understand because I'll never go through that. I won't be able to go back in time and experience the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, what they went through inside of Florida. And all of this started when I got into it with a Muslim over saying that word. He said to me, white boy, don't say that. I said, well, if you're going to say cracker in front of me, I'm going to say this in front of you because there is no racial intent. How I'm saying it is not in a derogatory way, but how you take it is how you take it. But if you're going to use this around me, I'm going to use this around you. And it got to a point where we strapped up. He got his Muslim brothers. I got damn near 75% of the dorm behind me because everybody was cool with me. Everybody. And everybody knew my intent. And no one knew why he chose to just pop this off because it wasn't like it was something new. You have Hispanics, especially from Miami, that say the N-word a lot. And it usually isn't an issue with any race. That's just the culture of Florida. If you take away the race and you look at just the culture uses that word if you're a part of that culture, the urban culture. Now, if you are more so country, whatever, obviously you're not going to speak like that. If you are more so preppy, whatever, you're not going to speak like that. But the culture I was around, the people I was around, this is how they spoke. And what ended up happening was he didn't want to go to war. And I had blacks and Hispanics ready to go to war with me about this situation. Cracker. The term cracker, how I say cracker, and people are like, why are you white calling whites cracker? The whites say cracker to each other. They address each other as cracker. Those SS boats that everybody got tatted, those are called cracker boats in Florida. The whites, oh, that's a solid cracker right there. That is how the whites speak. Now, For the blacks and the Hispanics, a cracker is a term for the police. But to the whites, that's what they were calling each other. So everyone's like, oh, why do white people call each other crack? It's not us. And when I say us, I'm speaking on the very few white boys you see from Florida. That is how the actual whites spoke to each other inside of prison. That is what I witnessed. Another person to call me cracker was a National Socialist named Country, who caught a body at ACI in front of everybody, killed his own brother. What's up, cracker? Yeah, that's a solid cracker right there, da-da-da. And me and Country were like this here. Used to call me his nephew. He had a big old swastika on the side of his head. Never once heard him say the N-word. This is a crazy thing, too. I never heard one person inside of prison with a swastika say the N-word. Not one. I never met one of them that openly admitted to being racist, but they had all the tattoos. Now, Country broke it down to me. Country broke down his beliefs to me. I respected him because he broke it down and he stood on his beliefs. So we had a mutual respect. His daughter, who he hasn't seen in over 20-something years, is a white Crip on the street. That's just how Florida works. He's a National Socialist, blasted with swastikas. His daughter's a white Crip. I'm a white blood. He respected the fact that I was respected, and he knew what I had went through inside of the prison system to gain that respect from my brothers. Now, he's also the one that introduced me to the CO that was telling me I was going to die every day. The point of the matter is, people are saying white boys that run around saying the N-word in prison have no respect. It's the exact opposite. You actually have to have a certain amount of respect just to be white and speak. Never mind say certain words. And you understand as a man that what you say will carry repercussions. And if you're willing to accept those repercussions, you're going to talk however the fuck you want to talk. For me, it was a respect thing. Around my brothers, I spoke how I wanted to. But around older people, I showed a different level of respect. It's the same thing in front of a CO. I'm not going to call a CO this, that, and the third because I know what's going to come with that. I'm not going to go to a job application and act like I'm meeting up with K-Frog. I'm going to speak to that person a little bit differently than I'm going to speak to this person. I'm trying not to cuss in this video because damn near every single video I've been posting lately hasn't been monetized. But I want to break down what is the difference between racism and pride. I was proud to be the only white blood on the compound at Appalachia CI. I was proud when I saw another white blood at Sumter CI or Lancaster CI. I liked it. I liked being the only one because I got to put on. I liked having other ones because we got to put on. It wasn't a race thing as far as, oh, we're in a black gang, but we are one of the few within this group that are white. And we took pride in that because it meant something to us. It meant we had to go a little bit harder to earn that respect from other gangs and other races. But the thing that I've noticed in prison, the only time whites, rocking with the whites, would say the N-word was if they were all together in a room by themselves. They would start the racist shit. But if they were around anyone else, they wouldn't speak like that. I don't respect that. So if I grow up a certain way and I'm around certain people and then I go to prison and I'm told, nah, you gotta rock with these guys now, forget them. Come on now, break down what solid means to you before you try to tell me that I'm not solid or that somebody from Florida isn't solid. I can't understand y'all time, the state that y'all in. You can't understand mine, but what is the difference between racism and pride? What is the difference between when I interview a black person and a white person? I can tell you, the white person with the face tattoos is gonna get all the views on YouTube. The black person with the face tattoos is gonna get overlooked. Why? Because the majority of these YouTube viewers are white. You have everybody saying that they're so prideful. I'm proud to be white, I'm proud to be this. But none of them are admitting to being racist. Not one of them. But then you question a lot of the things that they say, and then they backtrack and try to say, oh no, it's not that I'm this, I'm just proud. Well, where's the motherfucker that admits to being racist? How come no one's admitting it, but everyone is a solid stand-up white guy now on YouTube? And everyone was a solid stand-up white guy inside of prison. One thing I don't understand about Florida is you got all type of people that got these tattoos on them. Swastikas, SS, bolts, and they're not affiliated. Well, I don't understand that. What is that? You got that white dude, Big Mac, right? He's got SS bolts, cracker bolts, but he's a neutron. I don't understand. I thought you were supposed to earn those. Isn't that how it works in other states? You're supposed to earn those? Or anyone can just get them because they're proud to be white? I'm proud to be white, so I got SS bolts? Or I get a swastika because I'm proud to be white? I really don't understand a lot of this. A lot of this doesn't make sense to me, how everyone's just proud, and I haven't met one racist. It doesn't make sense to me how people are so judgmental over how I talk, and that they have this simplistic characteristic of what a solid white person is supposed to be. I would like to hear some of these channels break down what is a solid white guy, and let's see if it doesn't sound racist to anybody. Let's just see. What are you gonna say? Well, you don't talk like this, and you don't dress like this, and you don't... So what are we getting at? Because if any other race talks like you or dresses like you, what does that make them? Everything has two sides to it. I don't understand it. Do y'all understand the difference between race and culture and somebody embracing a different culture? Or is everything just black and white to everybody, and maybe I'm just fucking colorblind in the mix, or all I can see is fucking red? And you can tell how angry it makes people based on the content that they're putting out, speaking on me, K-Frog, Pino. You can tell how much it affects them, that they want us to be exactly like them, even though they don't like us. So why would you want us to carry ourselves the way you are? How am I a reflection of you if we're in two completely different states, did two completely different bids, live different lifestyles, but you have a reason of being mad at me? And once again, I guarantee if we was in prison, you wouldn't have said anything, because whites don't run anything in the state of Florida, period. They don't run anything. They never have. They were never a factor. They never had the numbers. They never had the hitters. They weren't wiping shit out. They weren't tying flags with Mexicans or any other gangs, nothing like that. They just weren't. And that's my experience inside of prison. That had nothing to do with who I chose to affiliate with, because my affiliation was cemented before I went to prison. I was already a part of that group because I was a part of that group on the street. I was already heavily affiliated and living this type of lifestyle. But I would just like if somebody could break down to me, what is the difference between racism and pride? Where is the line drawn? What is a solid white guy? Because I hear the term all the time, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I thought I was solid. Never went PC, never told on anybody, but I guess that doesn't make the cut. So I would like to know what a solid white person is, and let's see if that exposes the racism behind the pride. Because to me, it seems like people are just watering shit down. You know how the KKK, they hide behind robes? Well, it seems like the robes came off, but they're still hiding behind different terms now. Oh, we're not hateful, we're just proud. When the fuck did a swastika become a symbol of pride? Same thing with SS bolts. A white pride tattoo, maybe. That might have been easier to explain. But like I said, I'm just trying to get some clarification and some understanding, because I don't want to be ignorant and judge somebody off of what I don't know. I would like to really understand some of y'all's viewpoints and the reason why some of y'all support others and choose to hate on others when y'all aren't hateful. You're just so prideful. But hey, it's 1090 J. I'm rocking with y'all like y'all rocking with me. Till next time.